sweetheart. I see you. I see you. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I know. I'm so sorry. You're going to go through hell. You really are. And you don't deserve this. You're an individual who deserves to live out their life on a sanctuary. It's just awful. Awful, awful. I'm so, so sorry.
Thank you.
So I'm in Burlington, Canada, and what I just witnessed is a truck full of pigs going to their death. And we know in that slaughterhouse there's a gas chamber, and friends around the world have put hidden cameras inside. And what have they witnessed? Instead of all the humane stuff that the industry and people like Temple Grandin tell you about. No, it's pigs screaming for their last breath while they're going down into the gas that's burning their lungs, writhing around, climbing over each other. That's the reality of pig slaughter. It's just horrendous, absolutely horrendous. So I'm currently with Toronto Pig Save, but Project Livestream is coming up on September 26th. So I'd encourage everyone to go and witness animals face to face. You know, I've said before, it's really not the same as seeing a video. You make eye contact with that individual, and it really is life-changing. I mean, I've made eye contact with rescued pigs as well, which thankfully, and I've seen them living on sanctuary. I've rescued little baby piglets, open rescue in Canada with Direct Action Everywhere. And I've now seen them grown up and living on sanctuaries. So if you can visit a sanctuary, that's the thing. And then support local sanctuaries, support people who are doing great things for animals, try and make a difference in your life, you know, be an animal rights activist, do something, be a human rights activist, honestly. We need to speak up for anyone who's disadvantaged, who's oppressed, and who's struggling in life. Oh, hi Alicia, thanks for joining. Yeah, we're just pretty much at the end of the vigil. I've seen quite a few trucks going past, and it's just horrendous, you know. The driver before this one was just like screaming through the intersection, even though he knew he wouldn't get through. So getting just beyond our cameras, and then definitely didn't want to be filmed, didn't want his animals to be filmed. It's such an awful job. I met a truck driver the other day, and he was oblivious. He was at a Morrissey concert that I was doing outreach at with Peter, and he was oblivious. He showed me, he was asking, oh, what breed of cow is this? And I couldn't believe it when he was showing me. And then he said, oh, it's only when my daughter said, oh, isn't that sad? Isn't that sad? That suddenly he realized, you know what, that's an individual who doesn't want to die. So, he took the information, and hopefully he's going to sign up for Challenge 22, and, there's another vegan created. So we're going to cross the intersection here because we're just finishing up.
Okay, so I'm going to go to...
I'm just live at the minute, sorry. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna sign off in a second. I'll turn around afterwards because we'll do like a group photo, and then it's just kind of nice to see all the activists who come out, including right next to me, Karen. Been to vigils, goes to different events, you know, shares her compassion with lots of different organizations, which is something I try and do. I try and support all the organizations as well, campaigning for animals. Yeah, some of the signs. Show mercy for pigs. And the sign I have now, let's just turn around. Like the slaughterhouse is right in front of us there. And the sign I have, animals are individuals. Here you go. And the banners we have, animals, they don't want to die. But there you go. I mean, there's Regan's husband is here, Mark. There's activists from different walks of life, all coming together to do the right thing. Let's turn around again. Yeah, oh, hi Abbas. Nice to see you. Thanks for joining. So right now I'm with the Save movement. I'm in, you know, about an hour away from Toronto in Canada, bearing witness to pigs arriving for slaughter, knowing that they're going to go down into a gas chamber, knowing their fate is damn awful. If you watch the beginning of this video, you know, there's a pig I focused on. And it's just terrible. You make eye contact and you know that animal is going to go through absolute hell. And it's really tough. It's really damn tough. We need to be spreading the word. Honestly, we need to be spreading the word about what animals go through. Encourage friends and family to start watching videos online, doing their own research. You know, it has to be something that they're comfortable with. But once they start watching hidden camera footage, like I've been inside pig farms, say the word farms, you know, I never know whether to use the word like factory farm or whether to use the word farm, because, you know, in Canada, they're all factories full of animals. Every factory farm that I've been inside is owned by a family trying to look respectable, trying to go to, you know, schools and do talks, and yet I know the horror that they're responsible for. Hey Theodore, thanks for joining. Thank you. Waving to you too. Yeah. I don't know whether any of you have gone, you know, inside places, but it's an absolute shit show. Excuse my language, but you know, the horrors that you see, the flashbacks that you get from what you see. And as a result of that, you know, I'm now a criminal in Canada. They found us guilty in Quebec, a bunch of us, for break and enter. That's the nonsense. You know, animals are hidden behind closed doors and they're deemed property. So these places that we go into, you have to, we don't break anything, but we go inside. And yeah. Let me just turn around a second. Or maybe people are going to do a group hug or something. I don't know. Okay, so I think I'll sign off from this. Well, there is an activist here who had... Let's turn around and listen.
I wish everybody would come to something like this.
Where are you going to post that? I'm just live at the moment, if you don't mind, but maybe tell us your name.
Yeah, no, my name's Live Shiva. I drove from Detroit this morning just
Yeah.
to make it here. I always wanted to be a part of something like this. So maybe and help me get on board and work with this.
Lovely. Thank you.
Probably take some time to get back to Detroit.
Amazing. Amazing.
Anyone else? Okay, great. We're going to do a quick group photo, and then we're going to check on to our next stop. Okay. Let's group photo.
So all the different signs that we have, you know. This is the classic, why I love one but eat the other. We see dogs going through, you know, with drivers. I want to live just as much as she does. So let me just grab a sign. I'll take a big one. Animals belong in our hearts, not our stomachs. And then a picture of two beautiful young pigs. So let's just turn around. I'll be posting more in the future about another criminal trial that I'm facing in Toronto, in Canada, and that's all about being arrested at a big exhibition where they were having live animals inside. We had one minor win this year, which was they had a pig mobile display, and that was absolutely cancelled. So there you go. Can I give you a card? Thank you so much. Thank you. So yeah, the pig display was cancelled, and in the building inside the CNE, or it's the X, you know, the sadly hilarious thing was that they had like a massive blow-up pig, and their staff standing very awkwardly around this massive blow-up pig, because they were too embarrassed to bring the actual live pigs, because we've shamed them so much in the past for actually having live pigs and being so deceitful about the way that they were on display, you know, in clean bedding with a poor mother pig and her babies all around her. But then, you know, our thing this year was going to be, is she drugged? Has she ever stood up? And, you know, yeah, they cancelled it. So we need that whole thing to be cancelled. You know, having live animals and having the unsuspecting public going in, thinking that is reality, is just like the worst thing ever, honestly. Because, you know, unless you've got an animal rights activist right there, or you've got a vegan right there with you explaining what the heck is actually going on, then you're open to all these industry lies. I had like a ton of activists go inside because I'm banned from the place. And one of them went in with a non-vegan, and she said, you know what, my friend is now going to be vegan, after her explaining what the hell was going on in there, and then him seeing, you know, the sad animals inside. But generally the public go in, you know, they take the kids and it's all, oh, look at those cute babies, without any concept of what is going to happen beforehand. Hey Mark, do you want to, I'm just on like YouTube live at the moment. So this is Mark. Hi Mark, you're wearing the t-shirt of...
Oh, Veg Fest from
Veg Fest?
Last month.
Yes.
In Burlington, Veg Fest, yeah. It was a great success.
And Mark is Regan Russell's partner. So you still come out, thank you. I mean, you're a freaking hero.
When I get word, I come out, yeah, if I hear about it.
So you had struggle finding the event today?
I looked up the events and I couldn't find it posted anywhere, but I happened to be talking to Lori, so I promised I'd wear my shirt today, last night, and she said, well, she's going to be here.
But you know, if you have a struggle finding something, go on to Animal Rights Toronto. We have a whole event calendar.
Oh, it's different? Okay.
Yeah, it's a .com site, so
Might be easier.
yeah,
if it
there you go.
doesn't-
Be
stuff doesn't
kind.
show up.
And then at the back here, we've got like a whole event calendar, which is
Yeah.
built on WordPress, just FYI for them.
Mhm.
So, are you going on and doing the rest of the outreach?
No, I was in Burlington to pick up something for work as
Oh,
well.
okay.
That's done. I've done this, and I got to go back the other opposite direction into Hamilton.
And you're still fighting for Regan, aren't you?
Well, I was doing that this morning too.
And the
Part of my
courts.
venture out again today was to take some more photographs of the site where she was killed.
Wow.
I'm getting more information about. I had some photos that I took on the quick a while ago,
Yeah.
and they weren't that great. But nonetheless, they proved something for me. I went further with it, and I just now made sure I had the best photos I could get.
Right.
Get some reference points and everything as to where Regan was standing when she was struck, against distance from crosswalk, property lines, and all that. And I've discovered something that you might remember. I went out and painted the crosswalk.
Yes.
You can look it up. Look up me crosswalk, and you get the whole story.
Yeah.
That was in the
Mark
press.
Powell.
And in the press, the city of Burlington said, well, I was questioning why it was never painted, and I wasn't getting any answers. So I
Right,
went out and
yeah.
painted it myself, and sure enough, I got an answer. The reporter quoted the city of Burlington saying, we can't paint what we don't own.
Wow. Oh my God.
Wait a minute. If you don't own what you say is a
Whoa.
crosswalk, you've never painted it out of ownership, who owns it? And then I got stonewalled on surveys and things to see who owns what. But then they stepped in it themselves. And last June 18th, the day before Regan's Day of 2024, that crosswalk got painted. I was here the day before, and it wasn't done. Of course, I was here on the 19th, and it was. It got painted on June the 18th. Well, how did they paint something they don't own?
Right.
Well, guess who's been finding? I found the surveyor marks. I have a friend who's a surveyor, so I sent him what I found.
Right, I
and
remember. those
are surveyor tags. So I was back,
Little metal tags.
That's
in,
right.
In the concrete.
and they're fresh, and they're under the paint. And I found them. So I went and retook some photographs to really get some demarcation points in relation to cracks in the sidewalk and stuff. So from the aerial shot, we can really make out where it is. And it all looks like they discovered that in all of the expropriation over time of the roadway, Sophia, somebody missed expropriating a strip of land. They widened the road, but forgot to officially take over the entrance, because the road would have been a 2-lane gravel road at some point,
Right.
way back when this was a slaughterhouse in the 50s,
Yeah.
and it got expanded, right? So something changed. But to say they didn't own it, then how did they paint it? Why are the survey marks there now? Because I'm getting stalled by City Hall. They must have had a survey done since
Yes.
Regan was killed,
Yeah.
taken over the property that denotes the crosswalk, and officially painted it. But that
So,
takes time.
Explain the relevance of this. Like
Good
Regan,
point. I'm speaking because I know the relevance.
Yes,
Right.
yes.
The relevance is that we hammered the police early on in their investigation as to once they laid the charge. I called a meeting with the Crown to explain it to me, and they said, it's private or public. Regan was in a crosswalk. They kept saying she was in a crosswalk, but if
Yeah.
you look at the aerial photos that I have from the evidence file, and if you look at the Toronto Star, and you look at that video of Regan getting killed, she's standing. Look at the change in the asphalt. It changes color.
Yep.
She's on the slaughterhouse side of the color of that line. In the police files, where they said the property line was, that puts her on private property. I've discovered if the whole thing was private property, how it changes the dynamic of the charges. You can't, they changed the law since Regan was killed, but when Regan was killed, if you get struck by a vehicle on private property, industrial, commercial,
Yep.
or private home,
Yep.
backyard, and somebody hits you with their car, it's a default criminal charge
my
of
God.
dangerous driving causing death.
That
There was
is-
nothing else
That is huge.
on the books because it's private property. As long as they stuck with.
Yeah.
Regan was in a crosswalk in their argument, public property. They could only go as far as careless driving causing death, a traffic ticket.
Yeah.
The minute it goes into private property, it goes criminal, and there's no way they were going to let that information out.
So you've got them. You've basically got them,
Yeah.
haven't you?
Now, we've dropped the police department from our civil suit a long time ago,
Right.
strategically, because that turns them into third-party witnesses. They can't stop me from asking questions.
Huh.
But why is it up to the spouse
Yeah.
of the deceased to investigate her death?
Exactly. Like you had a speedometer type thing. You were marking the road, weren't you, to see how
Well,
fast the driver was
soon
going?
after she was
You
killed,
had to do all of this yourself.
yeah, soon after she was killed, we're hounding them. How
Yeah.
fast was he going? We
Yeah.
can't tell you that.
Yeah.
We can't tell you that. So I showed up on my own. And it was a simple, high school mathematics times distance speed.
Right. Right.
So I measured it. We timed how long it took Lori to walk the distance because she gave me what her witness account of that day. There was her time for the truck to get from here to here. We had distance, we had speed. And I went back into my little notebook.
Yeah.
Once we got the police file after his trial thing. And what do you know? They came up with the same result with a very long explanation of mathematics of how they calculated this and used all these formulas. I did it in 2 minutes, but they weren't going to tell me.
And they would have
So-
taken like months and months and months to do
And they weren't
that.
going to tell me because they said
And
it's
then
an open case.
What was the result of that? Do you
His
recall
trial?
the speed?
Oh yeah, it was 20.4 kilometers an hour,
Wow, and that's within a few yards.
96 feet.
Oh my God.
He floored it, as Lori said.
Really? Yes.
And Lori has said many
Yes,
times, he revved the
yeah.
engine and took off,
Yeah.
and he was moving on a downhill incline. I mean, we're live, and I really don't care if I get arrested for saying a few things. I thought I was going to get arrested a while ago, but I think they know better. They'd be sticking it to themselves.
Yeah. Exactly.
What headline do they really want, right?
Yeah.
So, in the calculating of all things, forgot what it was.
Just about the speed and the number of feet we were.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yes. You would think it's 100 feet, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
In an we called a meeting, and in that meeting, my son and I grilled them over accident reconstruction. Tell me all about it. Well, we can't tell you everything what answers we have, but we can tell you what we did. This is before his hearing, right? So it was very
Disgusting.
unusual, or even our lawyers thought that's unusual. We should get that information locked in with the law firm so we can begin your civil proceedings prior to him getting
Right.
finally in his day in court.
Yeah. Yeah.
So they were hiding a lot of stuff. So we grilled them, and it came out in the meeting that they took a truck. It was a 4-month-old truck that killed Regan. It was brand new. So they said they went to a dealership and they took pictures at the distance that they knew from their drone footage and measuring
Yeah.
on the scene.
Yeah.
And they took photographs using a stand-in police officer at 5'8", representing Regan, and they took pictures from the cab, outside the cab, on the approach. And I
They
said,
reconstruct.
yeah, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And I said, at a dealership, in their parking lot. Yeah. I said, you're kidding, right? Why do you say that, Mr. Powell? I mean, you didn't take a truck and go back to the scene where it's a downhill
Exactly.
decline.
There's an incline.
There's an incline, there's elevations,
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
there's objects and fences and there's posts, and you guys went to a dealership? Are you kidding me? I mean, this is how I was speaking to them. I said, I don't know about, that just stinks. Really stinks.
Yeah.
You're not doing your job.
Yeah.
So they just left it all off because they didn't want us getting into the nitty gritty. So eventually I get the police files in front of me after he's had his day. And I look at the accident reconstruction file. And there they are, pictures at a dealership.
Oh, for God's sake.
Hang on. With a 5'8" police officer.
Yeah.
He's 5'8", that's why they used him. Regan's
Yeah.
driver's license, when you convert it, metric, it's 5'9". All of her comp cards for modeling say 5'9.5", 10.
Right.
The shoes Regan was wearing, which I have the clothes she was wearing and the shoes. Her shoes had a physical lift put in. of accident reconstruction work that took place here at the scene. Accident reconstruction work that took place here at the scene. They were wearing toques and jackets, and the leaves were on the ground. So we know what happened after the meeting Josh and I had with them.
You know exactly what it was.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it happened after we blasted them about doing it at a dealership. They came over here. And what else is curious? In those shots is the Crown Attorney. So you tell me what, Mr. Crown Attorney.
Whoa.
How many accident reconstruction scenes have you attended in your career? Why did you have to come to this one? What was it? Peace. Yeah, sorry. What was it that compelled the Crown Attorney to come to the accident reconstruction redo?
I've never heard of that happening before.
No. We got a lot of questions. We're not getting any answers, so they won't answer us anymore because the case closed. And so either we force our way into getting answers, or they're going to look like crap in the documentary, which they are. I mean,
Yeah, because
we're just going to put facts on the table.
Yeah.
Nothing more than facts.
Yeah.
And if the police if they had
'Cause Fern
done
is-
their job.
Fern is making still.
Oh yes.
Yeah,
We've had some
Fern-
interest from Netflix and Paramount.
Fern Levitt, who just made a documentary about Lucy the elephant.
Yes.
And she's previously made, the sled dog documentary. So she is an amazing filmmaker, and she's following all of this. So she will be.
Well, yes,
Yeah.
we're always working on a little piece of it.
Yeah.
Some more work to do. As Fern says, I keep doing stuff, and she has to stop and add it in. And she
Yeah.
says, you got to tell me when you're doing stuff, Mark, so I can follow you.
Yes.
That's filmmaking.
Yeah.
But very accredited filmmaker, and quite the pro, and a very close friend of Regan. I mean, they were together only 4 weeks before Regan was killed. They ventured up into northern Quebec to expose the sled dog operation.
Yeah. And then
they're close.
just that sled dog operation resulted in the place closing down, and I helped.
You were there?
You helped. We
Yeah.
transported 100 sled dogs to sanctuary, to safety.
Yeah, they all slept in a bed that night in a house, not in a barrel out in the cold.
Yeah, exactly.
Every one of them.
Not surrounded by their own excrement and their
Because
own
of
urine.
a couple of contacts out there in northern Quebec who knew what was going on and contacted Fern because of her work with the film Sled Dogs.
Yeah.
And then Fern talked to Regan, and Fern said it was Regan that gave her the strength to do it, to get up there,
Right.
get the evidence.
Yeah, that was one company, and then there was another company,
Yep.
another activist.
Mhm.
I was part of that, and I kind of
Yep.
connected. So,
remember
little connections everywhere help to, if there's any whistleblowers out there,
It's-
we always need,
It's baby steps.
we always need the tips, don't
Yeah,
we?
yeah.
And Regan was brave enough
Yeah.
to go out, kind of go in the dead of night, get footage with Fern, drive out
She
there.
had more guts than she looked.
Oh, for sure. Yeah,
She's like
for
you.
sure.
She was just right out there, straight in your face.
Yeah.
Give me the facts and
Yeah,
out of
yeah,
my way.
yeah.
And that great video that you took of her where she says, trespassing, that's nothing.
Right.
That's
Yes.
her.
Yeah, that was right here.
Right here.
We
That's
ran
Regan
inside
in a nutshell.
in the summer. All the trucks were inside the slaughterhouse
Yeah.
parking area. Regan and I and a bunch of others ran inside, and I filmed her giving water to the
Yeah.
pigs. Oh my God. And the way
Yeah.
she was screaming, there was a tug
Yeah.
of war, wasn't there?
And
with
it wasn't like Regan was not internationally known at all. She was just your friend. You're here at the slaughterhouse. But you got some great footage of her.
Yeah.
Because your job, you felt, is to record.
Yes.
And you do a great job of recording stuff. So you record, and you got it.
Yeah.
And we're so
Yeah,
grateful
I got her
that,
spirit.
yeah,
Yeah.
you got that footage. And
Yeah.
and Michelle with an interview in front of the slaughterhouse
my-
until her
yes.
battery died.
Yeah.
That was brilliant. And the other fellow who, we were sitting at dinner at our friend's one evening, about 3 years before Regan was killed, and someone asked about Marineland, so I just looked up Marineland generally, found this little documentary, and I'm watching it in the living room, after dinner with my friends. I said, Regan, you should see this. You're in it. I'm in what?
Whoa.
You're in this little documentary. I don't remember that. She doesn't remember being on camera. She remembers the day.
Wow.
But we've got 34 seconds of brilliance.
Yeah.
It says everything about her,
It really does.
right?
It really does.
All the way from
Yes.
animal rights to slavery to human rights, like human rights
Yeah.
is the abolishment of slavery.
Yeah, yeah.
to family
Mm.
because her dad was there.
Yeah.
And I'm outside and I'm just cruising around because I'm the getaway vehicle.
Right.
Things go sour.
Yes.
I didn't even know that was going on. I was just waiting in the wings to take everybody home.
Well, we didn't. I mean, I was there that day too, and we didn't know there was going to be a disruption, and everyone was going to run across inside. I wish I'd met Regan that day.
I know.
Yeah, there's so many of us.
I remember my first protest with Regan was at a petting zoo at our annual Lock Street Festival in Hamilton.
Oh,
there was a petting
okay.
zoo, so we went home and Joshua printed signs for us
Oh,
that
wow.
these babies would rather be home with their mothers.
Wow.
And Regan instructed us to, here's what we do. We're going to stand there. Don't engage. Just, I'll do all the talking. If the police come, she does all the talking.
Mm-hmm.
And she looked at me once. And we were only a few years into our relationship at the time. I think 3. And an organizer of the festival came up and was really mad at me and said, I'd sort of come from work and I had work boots on. And yes, there's leather on my work boots. The ones I wear today, no, they're fabric. And she looked at my boots, this mad person, and said, you're not animal rights. Those are leather work boots. And I had to agree with her.
Yeah.
And I said, you're right. Those are leather work boots. You're also right. Maybe I'm not animal rights, but I know an animal wrong when I see it.
Oh,
and that's what this
perfect.
is.
Perfect.
And I think that's the approach you have to have.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Invite people in.
Yes.
You may not be animal rights. You might have steak once a week, twice a week, but have a look over here. Don't turn people away.
Don't eat steak.
Just understand that there's
Absolutely.
a lot of animal
But
wrong
you know
going
what?
on.
I mean, I was having a conversation just the other day. A student was doing his studies, and I was saying, an animal rights person doesn't necessarily, that they might not be vegan. They might not, they might be wearing leather shoes.
Yeah.
And we want to invite people to, for example, an animal rights march. Come along, hold a sign. We don't expect you to do outreach because.
Well, I'll tell you,
But come along.
and in that light,
Yeah.
only a couple of years before, maybe 4 years before Regan was killed, her wallet was leather.
Okay.
I'll tell you why, because she bought it in Winnipeg in 1974 or 75, or the year they got married, somewhere in there, 74, 75. And, it wasn't so many people, just not on that track. Yeah, she's an animal lover. She's protested the seal hunt, but hadn't made all these connections.
All the connections, right.
But she said,
Yeah.
out of respect, that is when that wears out, that's when I'll get rid of it.
Okay. Well, this is the thing. It's an individual
just use it.
choice. It's an individual choice.
Yeah, and
People
she made the
approach
choice
it.
along, and instead
Yeah.
of throwing it out and going, ooh, leather, I can't do that anymore. Oh yeah, she's not doing it anymore. But for her, that represented a period of time for her,
Yeah.
a change, and out of respect for that animal, she said, and she did. It wore right thin out
Right.
before she got rid of it.
Yeah.
And then it was fabric from there on.
And and the other approaches that people take is some people will donate to a thrift store,
Yeah.
all the belongings that
Yes.
are animal made, and
Yeah.
then the other, I mean, I've even heard of some people burying, almost giving
Yeah.
them a memorial burial. So it's a personal choice as to what to do on
Sure.
on your journey towards being,
It is. If you're
having
gonna-
compassion.
Right, if you're going to get rid of these products,
Yeah.
how you do it, it's up to you.
Yeah. Yeah.
For her, it represented a period of time, a switch,
Wow.
and an end.
And that was almost a reminder for her, wasn't
All the
it?
time.
The whole
Yeah.
journey.
Open the wallet each day and go,
Wow,
I get it.
Oh
I
my,
get it.
That's special.
Yeah.
Right in front of us, we're watching a truck full of pigs right now.
Yeah.
I think we
so
will.
many. You got to run.
Oh, it's okay. I'm not doing the extra bit of outreach. I'll just grab my stuff, and I'm actually meeting a guy, would you believe, at the gates of Fairman's.
Yeah.
He messaged us at Animal Rights Toronto, and he
Yeah.
said, I've been vegan for 19 months.
Yeah.
I want to do more, and can I have some outreach cards? So, I mean, it might be a setup, because when I looked up the address, I'm
Yeah.
like, what? This is basically right next to the slaughterhouse, so we'll see.
It's 11 o'clock. What time you have to meet him?
Noon.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'll stick around. I'll have
But you're not
coffee
going
and
for the
stuff.
picnic and all that?
No.
Okay. And I've got to go back the other way.
Yeah.
I don't want to hold Peter up. Is he waiting for you?
We should probably. Well, thank you for sharing all those
Well,
moments
Yeah,
Oh my
I mean,
God.
sometimes I think they're going to knock on my door and say, cross the line and arrest me, but I kind of don't care.
Yeah,
I just don't.
yeah.
I watch you get arrested, I think, I got to do more.
So I'm just going to grab my bag
I got
and
you.
then.
I have your bag.
Okay, and then I'm going to stay.
I'm gonna take your vest.
Stay here.
You live?
Yes, still.
Hi,
Say
John.
hello.
Yes, I heard. Hi.
Hi, John.
How you doing? How's everybody?
Mark was just sharing
Might
a lot
sound
of,
like
you
I'm
know,
outside
life
in
with
Burlington,
Regan.
but I'm on my way back shortly.
You know, the investigation he's still doing at the
Right. Good.
slaughterhouse.
Did you get my message this morning?
Okay, so do you want to grab my bag and then it's here.
Okay.
Oh, you got that. Thank you.
Oh, okay. I called you at 8:30 because I'd forgotten I had a 9 o'clock out here in Burlington. It's just wrapping up now.
Are there any more cards in the car anywhere?
Okay.
Maybe you kept a box somewhere. I do have quite a few, so I can. Okay.
I know it's hard. I know it's hard. Okay. Well, let me call you when I get back. I got to run. Thanks, Johnny. Bye.
You're wearing a new age phone, aren't you?
I got
Look at
these.
this.
I got these little
That's
phone
fantastic.
conductive things.
That's fantastic.
Yeah, for me that's high tech.
Thank you.
Very high tech.
Good.
I mean, my last
Okay.
phone had a hand crank on it. It was so old. And a car battery. Okay, you got to run.
Yes. So we'll say
Oh,
cheerio
yeah, we're
to Mark.
signing off. Bye.
Yeah. Thanks so much, Mark. You're a,
Hey,
I
all we
don't know
do
how
is
you
show
do
up.
it. You show up. I show up too. We
You're
show
always
up.
showing up.
We show up.
Just show up. As Regan always said, strength in numbers. Just try and show up if you can.
And then what's her famous quote? Do something.
I don't know if it does any good, but I know that doing nothing does no good.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Gifted.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye,
Okay. So
Yes. I heard what.
yeah.
You got.
Oh, he died smart.
Yes, I do. I do. Okay.
And he kept.
Okay. Bye. Okay, so I'm kind of walking away. I'll just be on my own for the little while. So I mean, I could kind of keep talking for a bit and then show you the actual slaughterhouse, because I'll be walking to the gate, and then it's kind of tough because, you know, behind me I'm just kind of walking past the car park, and there's so many workers here. It's like the slaughterhouse in Toronto. You know, there's hundreds of workers here, but still, you know, our argument is just change these places, change the industry up. There's a whole pulse growing industry, you know, like split peas and that type of thing in Canada. Who knew? You can totally change an industry and then have people employed in a different industry. We need to get rid of animal agriculture. I mean, the animals go through hell. It's wasteful, environmentally damaging to human health. You know, there's so many considerations. There's that person coming past. Can I give you a card? Just about being kind. That's okay. Not everyone takes a card. But wasn't that amazing hearing Mark talk about Regan? We're so lucky that he's still joining us, still in the animal rights movement, coming to all sorts of events and speaking so beautifully about Regan and her life and how amazing she was and the history of what she's done, you know, throughout. So I'm just going to cross. Actually, I'll take this way first. Just crossing over the intersection. And then across this way too. Lights on red. And I'll just show you some of the some of the activism that we've done at these gates. I mean, Regan is right here. Let me turn around the camera. And we've got the ag-gag bill, as per Bill 156, but look, someone's stick it over. Regan Russell, in loving memory. She was killed here on 19th of June 2020. And then other stickers, eating animals causes pandemics. I mean, that's a whole other conversation, isn't it, really? Whole other conversation. All the avian flu happening at the moment, spreading to other species as well, spreading into fur farms. Oh, right here. Regan was killed right there, just as I stepped onto the road. It's like a shudder. So this is the gate to the slaughterhouse, and the flowers are still here that we put into the gates. And then you can just about make out her name is still here in ribbon. So R-E-G-A-N, Regan Russell. Yeah, it's a strange feeling being here. And honestly, I hope it's not a setup, the person I'm meeting. Mark's going to come across to join me, which is nice. I'll be interested. Hopefully he'll let me, the guy I'm meeting here who said he wants to do more and he's been vegan for 19 months. Hopefully he'll let me film him and kind of explain, you know, what made him vegan. And I would imagine seeing the trucks go past every single day, hearing the pigs screaming. Honestly, as they go past, they do. You hear them screaming. Hey, Mark.
Must have good battery on that phone.
I do.
Well, you said you were meeting somebody, so I didn't know.
Well, I'm going to go for a coffee first.
All right. Oh, yeah, he's not
And then
coming
it's
till noon.
then noon. Yeah.
Let me show you what I was talking about.
Okay. Thank you. Okay, so let's turn around. Let's follow Mark.
So if you look at the Toronto Star report, where there's a video posted from that security camera 110 yards back,
Yep.
because the one at 50 yards back, the most high-tech one, I've got the serial number and the make model of it, is so good that it wasn't working for those 10 minutes. Amazing. Anyway, we do have a grainy one, but it shows the video we have. I'll go stand where Regan was in relation to not only the video, but drone footage from the police. I'll show you where Regan was. Look at the change in asphalt.
Yeah.
You can see it from the drone
Yeah,
shots.
I can see it now.
And there are drone shots that other people have taken. And lots of pictures online people have taken at this scene. And there's a demarcation point being the change in the asphalt. I'll stand where Regan.
Okay. So we're in Burlington in Canada, and Mark is now standing exactly where.
All along, we didn't have any kind of footage of where she was exactly.
Right.
It wasn't out there. The police wouldn't offer it. Nobody had anything. They kept saying, even in court, Regan was in a crosswalk. It's way out here. He was well behind in the crosswalk. And then most recently, I
Yeah,
came out.
because if you see the whole, there's the crosswalk.
Yeah, I
There's
started
the.
painting this on my own.
Yes.
And then my question to the police and the city of Burlington was, three sides of the four sides of the intersection are painted with hash marks, looking ladder marks, they call it. Why was this one never painted like the other three?
Yeah.
wasn't getting anywhere, so I came out and painted it myself and prompted the city and the police to give me an answer. And the answer came in the press. No. But they never painted it because they don't own it. Then how did the police even get to say she was in a crosswalk at all? Officially,
Yeah.
there's no crosswalk. And yet the city put the push button signaling in and never painted it. And they said we can't paint what we don't own.
Mm-hmm.
On June 18th, 2024, this got painted by the city in its entirety. Freshened up the other three and painted this one for the first time in its history. June 18th, 2024.
Right. Let's turn around.
And just prior to that,
Mm-hmm.
I found very shiny at the time survey marks in the road.
Yeah.
Surveyor
I
stakes.
was with you one time and we saw the little
Yeah.
circular.
They were
metal.
not here when Regan was killed. So since Regan was killed, it appears a survey was done.
I kind of break off for anyone I see. Can I give you a card, sir?
Oh, thank you.
Yeah. No, thank you. Go ahead.
So since Regan was killed, it appears, and me pushing the envelope around this thing being a crosswalk or not, the survey's been done, ownership has been taken by the city of Burlington, a line in the sand has been drawn, and now that's officially a city of Burlington crosswalk. When Regan was killed, by all accounts, that was not owned by the city of Burlington. The entire roadway was owned by Fairmans. And they quietly did a survey. The city came out and painted it. Never said anything.
So you've got a reporter, haven't you, in the Toronto Star, which is like Canada's major newspaper.
And a major
online.
reporter, Kevin Donovan.
Major reporter.
Kevin Donovan.
Yes.
Yes, Kevin exposed and opened the case for the Sherman family, the couple that was murdered in their home
Oh, yeah.
by the pool.
Yeah.
And yeah, he smelled not a rat, but he thought things weren't sounding right, so he
Yeah.
investigated, and it
Yeah.
opened a real storm on the police. The police department faced sanctions, and he did a documentary on it. He's a good guy.
I find it absolutely incredible, shocking, horrendous that we heard the police call through the Toronto Star site, didn't we? The police call that the driver made.
Yes,
and we
right.
think
Yeah.
that he was basically coached, that he had been there before. He had been to this slaughterhouse
Oh, yeah.
before. And
Yeah.
yet his testimony seemed to be saying, oh, it's the first time I'm here.
That's exactly
I
what his
feel
testimony
unsafe.
was.
Yeah,
He didn't speak in court. The Crown Attorney spoke for him.
yeah.
The
yeah.
Crown Attorney and the defense for the driver, they collaborate on something prior called an agreed upon statement of facts.
Mm-hmm.
So they agree and disagree on, and they come up with something they can both live with, and then that gets read in the record to the justice. But what I heard in court was not what was in the print form that was submitted. The Crown Attorney summarized, and in his statement said, basically, he said it was Mr. Blake, the driver's first time here. What he's implying to the justice behind the bench is, cut the kid a break, it was his first time.
Exactly.
That's not in the printed material. What he read
God.
was a summary of what was submitted, not word for word. I doubt the judge even read what was submitted. And to say that, and then, when I heard that, I walked out of the courtroom. I said, this is crazy stuff. And later, because of that statement, started looking and looking and looking. And I found out that truck was only 4 months old. So I knew what kind of a time frame to look for that truck. It couldn't have been there the year before. So I started looking over pictures that people had online, and I found a shot. Who had it? I forget who had it. Of that truck pulling in here. It's very distinctive paint job and truck. It's
Yeah.
brand new.
Yeah.
The truck's pulling in. And where you and I are standing now was Regan holding a sign, and there goes the truck.
Damn.
4 weeks before she was killed, that
Yeah,
truck was
yeah,
here.
Yeah.
Now we just need to prove Andrew Blake was driving it.
Mm-hmm.
And that'll blow that out of the water.
Yeah.
We haven't had access to the Ministry of Transportation logbook. The police wouldn't even tell us they had it, but they did. I have evidence that the police collected it that day. It's a physical log that's in every truck.
Yeah.
There was also a digital log of all these trucks at headquarters at the trucking company.
Yeah, which could have been used and then would have told you that
He's been here multiple times. He's 28 years old at the time.
Yeah.
He's probably been driving since he was 17 years old driving these trucks. We've seen little kids drive these trucks. So to say it was his first time is just nuts. And we're proving that, going to prove it wasn't his first time.
Yeah.
We'll hit them on that. But why? Why would they cover up all this stuff? Because it kept it under the Highway Traffic Act, which was in their wheelhouse of comfort. That Crown Attorney, the police department, they know their business. That's their day to day. And since 4 years earlier, Anita Cranks was charged with there was a criminal charge against Anita for giving water to pigs.
Yeah.
4 years prior to
Yeah.
Regan's death. That turned into a huge international event where at least it went around the globe and it shone a light on this place. It didn't look good for the city of Burlington. Doesn't, because it's crime in Burlington. They got international attention about the slaughterhouse. They were never going to let that happen again, were they? So there's no way they were going to charge this driver criminally and have a trial.
Yeah.
They promised us a trial, even under the Highway Traffic Act, that he was a trial. And then they denied that trial. Oh, there's Fern.
Oh,
So
seriously?
Fern Levitt, yeah. I
That's
better
funny.
take it.
Okay. Yeah, that's the
Fern.
filmmaker. I'm just currently outside the slaughterhouse where Regan Russell was killed by a truck full of pigs. And I'm right with Mark. We've been speaking to Mark at length, and he's been telling me about his ongoing investigations and about how he's finding, about the land ownership, which makes a big difference when you're talking about public land and private land and criminal prosecutions of death by dangerous driving or just careless driving. It makes a huge difference. And while we were speaking, we can hear the screams of the pigs in the background because we're right at the gates of the slaughterhouse and there's trucks parked up in there. And I think it was 2019, the year before Regan was killed. We ran, let me just turn around. We ran through those gates. They didn't have gates at that time. And then Regan went straight to the trucks. Yeah, I can zoom in and you can see the slaughter truck right there. And these are the screams we can hear. So we ran inside and she's giving water to the pigs. And the worker is screaming at her and trying to grab the watering equipment out of her hands, and there's a big tug of war. And that really showed, her spirit and her righteous anger about what is going on. It's really tough being here. And I know Regan has inspired many people to become active for the animals across the world, but I still wish she was right here. I should look at the comments. Okay. Hey Sharon. Yeah. Oh, David Reed. I don't know if that's something real. Thank you. It's so nice to have people join. So I really appreciate all the support. I really do. Hair's interesting right now. Oh well. But as a final note, maybe I'll just say, grab yourself the address of a slaughterhouse or the route that a slaughter truck takes. Get some footage, go live on YouTube. You just need 50 subscribers. Mel and Steve in the UK are encouraging us to join Project Livestream on September 26th. So boost the numbers, raise awareness of what's going on. There's so many different groups that you can join. There's Anonymous for the Voiceless doing amazing work. There's We the Free. The SAVE movement is busy doing outreach. The Plant-Based Treaty, direct action everywhere. You can follow the trial of Zoe in the United States. She's been wearing an ankle monitor for a year. She's literally wearing an ankle monitor for a year or more. And she's facing a trial in a week or so. So follow that too. That's direct action everywhere. And just, do what you can. Whether it's from home, whether it's in person, do what you can. Try and make a difference. So I'm going to sign off. And thank you. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you.